Hello everyone, good evening. I am Anil here from the Siemens Group of Institution, and today in this video I am going to discuss about a very important topic, that is the material management. Now the concern is that how the material under the production system, how it became more significant, and why this material management, how the concept had been derived. After this concept, the material management, the whole of the production system had got different dimensions. And how this had happened, I am going to discuss this under the headings of the introduction, objectives, concepts, and then finally the importance of the material management. Let me start this discussion, and under the introduction heading, the concept of the material management, it had been started after the Industrial Revolution. How it had been started? Earlier, what was the concept? The material was not considered under the productivity sense or the production sense, but after the Industrial Revolution, it becomes very prominent, one of the factor, one of the production factor that got another dimensions under the section of the production system. Now, during the World War First and Second, efficient material handling and supply chain management become critical, which laid the foundation for modern material management. And how during the World War First and Second, the material was so crucial, the people felt that the whole of the production unit or the manufacturing unit or the anywhere in the world, the people start feeling that how the material is so important factor, not only under the, for the one dimension, rather than it equally important for the various kinds of the dimensions. Now, if I would like to talk with the meaning, how it had been defined, or what is the meaning of the material management, we could easily understand. The material management refers to the systematic control of the flow of materials, which includes the raw materials, components, spare parts, tools, etc., from their purchase to their final use in the production. Basically, ये जो conception था, under the material management, the whole of the focus was for the it considered for the material things. Although we are knowing that under the production system, the material is one of the crucial factor, and it begins along with the purchase of that material. Unless and until we does not get the proper kind of the material, we cannot be able to produce the kind of the product under the specification or under the standardization, and that's why it is so crucial. Now, in simple words, if we could understand this, what the meaning of the material management is, it ensures the right material at the right place in the right quantity at the right time and at the right cost. The different orientation, through the different orientation, the management had been another definition. If we will talk about another definition, that material management is a concept of integrated management in which the responsibilities of all departments involved in the acquisition, movement and storage of the material are combined. This is very important one. Under this management system, especially for the material, now it becomes the integrated one. We all know integration means what? It had been combined with the other. Say for example, the purchase department along with the movement, the responsibilities, the storage, these all kind of the things had comes together and they give another dimension for the material. Now, here the objectives of the material management: to ensure uninterrupted supply of the materials. That is very important one. Under the production system, if the supply would not be proper, the production could not be proper. And that's why the main objective of this material management is to ensure uninterrupted supply of the materials. Now the another objective, the purchase materials at the lowest possible cost without compromising quality. Very important objective. Every production unit, they have their objective how we could be produce a product along with the reduced cost. And one such objective is also comes under the material management. The purchase materials at the lowest cost. Once the cost would be low for the purchase, again, without compromising the quality, it means you are going to have the advantage under the terms of the cost reduction. And the third one, that is standardize and codify materials for easy identification. Earlier, when the material was not being classified, it was very difficult for the people to get through the materials. And this is also one of the objectives of the material management. The standardizations and the codification of the material that gives a clear concept to identify the material. Now, the another objective is to reduce the wastage, theft and obsolescence. The next one, improve supplier relationship and ensure timely delivery. Very important one. With the help of the better material management, we could be able to maintain the good relationship with the suppliers. And the last objective, that is to contribute to overall cost reduction and efficiency. One side, with the help of the material management, we are able to get the overall cost reduction, and as well as we also create the efficiency under the terms of the productivity and the terms of the production. Now, these are the objectives of the material management. Now, the next one, that is the concept. Now, how the material management is going to be created? Say for example, if you will become the production manager, how you could create a material management process for your production unit. Now, these are the concepts that involved to create the material management, to ensure the material management. The first one, right quality. It ensures proper specification. The quality could be defined under the terms of the specification. And through this concept, we are able to maintain the quality of the material. The right quantity, avoid overstocking and shortage. The overstocking and shortage both should be avoided. And how it could be? With the right quantity. If I am going to produce the product with the right quantity, which means it could not be overstocked either sense, and it could not be storage also. So this is the second concept that involves under the material management. The third one, right time, delivery when needed. And the modern concept under this material management, that is just in time, that is JIT, that had also been involved to maintain the material, to manage the material in a better way. Now, the right source, reliable and trustworthy suppliers. This is very, very important. If we will not be able to confine, if we will not be able to integrate your process along with the suppliers, again it will create a lot of problem. That's why this concept is also the part of the material management. Now, the right price, economical procurement, that is very important. We all know that the price play a very, very crucial role under the production system or under the productivity. And that's why if we are going to consider the right price, it means you are going to have the advantage right from the production unit up to the market. Now, the another concept, that is the right place, material delivered to the correct location. And through these concepts, we are able to manage the material with better efficiency and with the better efficiency. Now, the another one, now we could be talk about the types of material. These are the ways through which the material could be managed. Here, the manual material management, the traditional way to manage the material. Now, the second one, that is the automated material management. Here, we are able to use the kind of the technology. With the help of the technology, the material could be managed with the help of the ERP, SAP, barcodes, and RFID technology. So these things could be under the automatic material management system. The just in time, this is also one of the way through which the material could be better managed. Now the another one, vendor management inventory. This is very important. The supplier manages the inventory for the buyer. The modern concept that had been evolved under the material management, and this is also one of the way through which through the vendors the inventory could be managed. Now the lean material management focuses on minimizing the waste and maximizing the value. And the next one, that is the green material management. Now in modern days we are more prone to go for the eco-friendly approaches, emphasizing recycling and sustainability. And these are the types of the material through which we are able to manage the material. Now this is the process how the material manage could be possible. With these steps we are able to understand that what kind of the process we could be do under the sense of the material management. The first one, that is the planning. Planning means what? Forecasting the demand and set material requirements, which is the basic one, which is the primary one under the productivity, under the production system. And this is the planning. Under the planning section, we used to do the forecast for our demand with the help of the various techniques also been today in modern days, the Delphi methods or some other kind, time series analysis, these kind of the things we could be used to forecast our demand. And with the help of the previous record also, we are able to get the forecast for the demand. And according to the demand, the material could be made available with the help of the just-in-time concept, that is the modern concept. Now the purchasing, which is also one of the great things with the help of which we are able to control the material and we are able to manage the material. Now select suppliers, negotiate contracts and procure materials. Selecting the supplier, the good supplier always have the advantage under the terms of the manufacturing and the production. The third step, that receiving and inspection, verifying the quantity received the goods. Whatever the material we are going to purchase, already been purchased actually, and those materials could be go through the receiving first and then inspecting according to the negotiation that was been made through the suppliers, and according to the specification, according to the quality standards, those all kinds of the things could be inspect for the material. The next step is storage and inventory control, and once the material could be received, that could be stored and then the inventory could be managed. The next step is issuing the production. Now supply materials to production units. Now we all know that production may vary according to the demand. Now the problem is where if we will go through the uneven kind of the demand forecasting, again it is a great challenge for the production unit, that how to manage that, how to go through those process. For that we used to issuing the production, supply materials to production unit. We used to supply that much of the material from the inventory, what materials that is been required under the production system. Now the waste control and disposal, handle scrap and obsolete materials. This is also very important, and this is also one of the steps that involved under the process of the material management, where the wastage could be controlled, and it is one of the finest way through which we could be get the productivity in efficient way. Now the another one, evolution and feedback. This is the last step under the process of the material management, that evaluation and the feedback. We used to evaluate each and every process under the production system, especially with regard to the material. And now the feedback could be made, and if the adjustment could be required, the proper adjustment could be done later on after the feedback. And this is all about the process of the material management. And the last part of this video is all about the importance. Here are some of the importance of the material management. To ensure a smooth production without interruption, helps in cost reduction through better purchase deals and reduce wastage. It improves the inventory turnover and working capital utilization. builds better supply relations. It also reduces the storage cost and avoids overstock. It also contributes to the customer satisfaction by ensuring timely product delivery, play a key role in the success of supply chain and operation management. And these are the importance of the material management. Now, if I am going to conclude the whole of the concept of the material management, that I could be able to conclude like this: getting the right material at the right time, in the right quantity, at the right place, from the right source, at the right price. And this is all about the material management. Hope the concept would be clear for you people. Thank you so much.